back.
Jeez.
I've got thoughts. Oh my!
Were the
goodness.
mics hot just now? Everybody in the chat, let us know.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the losers. What happened here? Did we freeze? Did our intro freeze?
There we are.
Oh, there it is.
There we are.
Just leave it on there.
Just leave it on there.
I don't want to be seen. We came out for our ugly sweater party, and now look at me. I'm ugly. I'm a loser.
This one doesn't feel great. Definitely doesn't feel great. Eric has the tweet of the night. It was not even that good of a tweet. It just is the vibe. It was, you wait 5 days and you're just like, what do I do? It's like Wednesday. Like, okay, they start planning out your day. You're like, okay, game's at 6, so I'm going to eat a late lunch. So you plan everything.
Need to make sure I have enough energy for cheering.
Yeah, exactly. And the game just immediately sucks.
Yeah.
Proceeds to get worse. And then sucks the whole way through that all we have to talk about now are like annoying things. Like, was Michael Malone being a dick today? And what's wrong with Jokic? And is Bart never going to be able to walk, run, and jump again? All of those things are on the docket for us today. But
stay tuned.
So stay tuned.
That's a hell of an intro right there.
But first, I got to let you guys know that we're presented by Lightshade Dispensary, locations all over the Denver metro area. You're going to check them out. I got Harrison Wynn. He's got some thoughts.
I'm hot right now. I'm hot right now.
He's hot.
I'm hot
right
too,
now.
but just because of my stupid sweater.
Harrison rarely coming in hot. He's coming in hot right now, and I'm ready for it. I've got D-Line over here. I haven't even seen you tonight.
I know. I was watching downstairs. We were having an ugly sweater party. Again, there's nothing quite like dressing up and trying to have fun during the worst thing you've experienced in some time. It feels extra bad, and you feel like you're making a mockery of yourself in your own life.
It's definitely the gif of the clown putting on the makeup. It's like, that was definitely all of us tonight.
Yep.
Like,
100%.
Get ready for the Nuggets game. Can't wait. Like, oh, God, it's all of us. Over here, got Superstar Dev.
All I know is pain. That's all I know is pain. I truly can't believe that I was excited for this game. It had been a break that everyone I thought needed, and come to find out, no one needed it. No one.
We all took the over. We
damaging.
took a parlay today known as the Jokic parlay, which was we didn't think he was just going to hit the over on points.
Yeah.
Also on rebounds, also on assists. He ended with 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
Easily his worst game since his rookie season.
It might have been, man. Honestly, it might have been. All right, let's work through this therapy style. Harrison, you have some thoughts? Do you want me just to let you ISO? Is this a clear out?
I mean, let's just start at the end of the game. So the starters played like crap in the first half. They played like crap in the third quarter.
They played really bad. To say crap is almost like they played really uninspired.
Awful.
Yeah.
One of their worst showings of the season, full stop.
Yeah.
And the bench came in and played amazing in the second half.
Yeah.
They totally changed the game.
Yep.
They played with great energy. They took it to Oklahoma City.
Right.
And they got this game to within 10 points with 5 minutes left.
Oklahoma City did the thing when you're up, like, what were they, up 25 or something?
They did the thing where a bad team starts out red hot and playing like the best they've played against the Nuggets, like one of the best stretches of basketball they played all year in the first half, and then it gradually tapers off.
No, I think they just did the thing when you're up by so much, it's hard to stay focused. It's hard to care. Because when a 25-point game gets cut to like 18, you're not that excited. You're still kind of like, all right. And they did that where they just took their foot off, and there was a moment in time in the fourth quarter where you felt like, hey, they've lost their rhythm. Yeah. Maybe this is when you just unload the punches and see if they just can't get their rhythm back.
Yeah. And like I said, Nuggets were down 10 with 5 minutes left. It was a very winnable game. Michael Malone stayed with his starters. And I feel like the most predictable thing... He stayed
with his starters on the bench.
Yeah, he stayed with his bench. He stayed with the guys in the game. And the most predictable thing ever happened. The bench, who played half the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter, was gassed. And they couldn't come with that same punch. And, Nikola Jokic and the starters finished the game on the bench. So... it was frustrating because this, at the end, was a winnable game. And, yeah, Michael Malone's trying to have a teaching moment, but we were joking about this late in the fourth quarter. This isn't Hoosiers.
Yeah.
This isn't Coach Carter.
Yeah.
This is a winnable game for a team that's Coach 500 Carter. Again.
This, I feel like, because this is obviously the topic of discussion today, is should Malone have done this? And I'll throw it to you guys here. But I feel like this is one of those questions that is a litmus test. If I just asked you, do you like the movie Hoosiers? And if you say yes, you're like, I loved the decision tonight. Like, I thought it was weird. Yeah. You go out there and show it. Here's my take. I hate the movie Hoosiers. I'm well documented that it's my least favorite basketball.
That's the least surprising take ever.
But hold, it's crazy because in a field of movies that are all terrible, there are no good basketball movies.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, which one?
White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, you're right. Even that one's like a low bar to clear. You're right. There's a bunch of really bad ones, but that one to me is the worst, in large part because all these other movies we understand that they have a level of they're just terrible. That one, for some reason, 90% of like guys that grew up going to basketball camp and slapping the floor are like, that's what basketball is, man, and this is how it works. And so I do feel like there's a little bit of a litmus. I'm not trying to. People like Hoosiers. I'm not trying. You could like what you like. Sure. I make fun of Spider-Man earlier.
Iconic movie. That doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, exactly. You like what you like.
Ruled out most of the audience. When you started that way.
But I do. This is my take on it. Is there is something to like. Look, the Nuggets starters were horrible tonight. They were offensive. Yep. The Nuggets starters were offensive tonight. That's how bad they were.
Absolutely.
But there's this other aspect, my perspective on it, which is that Jeff Green's 35. Like, he's been in the league for 14 years or something. I don't know that he has a bunch of lessons left to learn. Like, it's just like sometimes guys don't have it and this or that. But this idea of like you sit on that bench and you think about what you did when these guys aren't 18 years old. They're not 16.
Jeff Green's like, man, should I get a boat when I retire?
So I just feel like some of these things that we all hold near and dear because the last time we played competitive basketball, they did apply to us, don't apply to these grown-ass men.
Yeah, it's tough to put grown-ups in a spot where you put high schoolers. This is something that you try to teach young people to, like, when you get to the next level, you're not going to be able to do this. Low effort nights, you just can't afford it. You can't do that to millionaires. You just really can't. And also, this is not a young team. The Nuggets aren't a young team that's trying to find their way. This is a team that is supposed to be title contenders, at full strength, that has the MVP of the league, that has older guys in the league that are, pretty established. So it's going to be tough for Malone to win over a crowd, that's been around him for so long, especially in that type of game. They know they're not supposed to lose to Oklahoma City. They know that they wasn't playing well.
Right.
You're not teaching a lesson that they already understand, and it was just a bad night for them. So benching them, especially when they had a chance to come back and actually make
9 points.
A game.
That's like the thing. It was a very winnable game, man.
So
that's when it became really difficult because it's like, okay, this group gave you what you needed. Now, if you're going to teach if you're going to teach them a lesson, you just say, you put them out there, then they try to come back. If they don't come back, then you say, hey, you guys let them down. That's a better lesson, of not letting the next man down. But if you just bench them for the entire time and then let them go out there and burn themselves out, then what?
I know. Well, there's a game tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Thank God.
So,
thank God.
Well, so at least you can at least look to that to say maybe all right.
He may have.
It might just be like, okay.
It was 5 minutes though.
It's so true.
It's not like he was asking to go and play an entire half.
I'm just
5
saying,
minutes of basketball against Josh Giddey.
Because I agree with you. I agree with all of you.
Minutes.
The notion that you can teach Jeff Green discipline at age 35 is a preposterous one.
Right.
It feels like Malone was honestly just saying "F you" more so. So than
totally.
You need to learn. It's more just like, man, F off. And then also, we got a game tomorrow. But the crazy thing to me is that then the end of the bench still didn't even get in. Peter Corneli, he just stuck with the same guys.
I love Eric going a further take. It's not that he should have brought the starters back. He should have brought a deeper bench back. Why wasn't Bull out there? Why wasn't Corneli?
I agree. I'm saying listen. If you're saying let's get players minutes. Let's get players minutes. Literally all he did was just watch, as Harrison says, a very predictable ending come where you just watch guys get too tired to compete at the end.
I love Malone had to decide whether or not to put Bull and which point do I want to make right now? To never play Bull or to get the starters? I was going to say this. Malone tonight, because I agree with you. I don't think it was... I think it was a little on principle, a little on this. I think a lot of it was just Malone got so mad.
Yeah,
and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I got so mad too.
Guys, I want to say the starters were so bad. They were offensively bad tonight. But it was the equivalent of when Jokic fouls and then turns to the ref to like when he tries to show up the ref of like, that's what a foul is. That was Malone tonight. He did that, the coaching equivalent of that.
He's like, you want to lose a game? I'll show you how to lose a game.
That's exactly what it was.
Especially in this season too. Like if the Warriors starters played like shit and Steve Kerr benched them for the second half and they lost, like,
oh my God,
I could get behind that because the Warriors, they have some cushion, you know, they have some wins to play with. Nuggets are a 500 team in a point in the season where every win is so valuable. Every win can totally change the feel and the vibe around the team. And look, Jokic doesn't need to sit on the bench for the fourth quarter to know he played a shitty game.
Yeah.
He knows he played bad. All the starters know they played bad, and they know then that they're going to have to come out and play a lot differently tomorrow to get a win against Charlotte. They don't need to sit on the bench to know that.
Yeah, there's definitely, I don't think, a ton of lessons learned from this one. But, it's purgatory. What do you think? We were in heaven? Come on, man.
Oh, man. Tonight we were in hell. Tonight we absolutely
below purgatory?
Yes.
No, we're not in hell. Come on.
Purgatory is where you hang out when you don't know where you're going.
Right. Clippers, Memphis, now Denver. That's a hell of a 3-game winning streak from this team. Who, by the way, like, no, I tweeted this out, then Nuggets fans got mad at me. Shai was incredible tonight. That was a dominant performance. Like,
for the first half, I'd say.
Yeah, for the first half, and the part of the third that mattered, and then it was just like whatever. But he was great tonight, and Giddey and him together. I mean, one of the questions I have from this game, I don't know that we should read into it. Denver lost him in the preseason twice. They lost him now. So sometimes when that happens, you look at it and you go, man, maybe there's something that they provide that Denver struggles with. And specifically, very tall point guards in Giddey and Shai, very tall ball handlers. So Denver already, MONTE small, Facu small, Bones is skinny. And then, you try to put Aaron Gordon on him. But also guys that could get into the paint.
That's the one.
Giddey walks the ball. He never runs. He never does anything fast, but he gets wherever he wants. He's the Jokic of guards. It's incredible how he gets where he wants. And Shai, I mean, he's like a taller, faster Bones in his ability to get to where he wants. Like Aaron Gordon tonight wasn't there. He was guarding him, but he didn't see him at all. And I wonder if that is like, hey man, they just happen to have players that Denver struggles with. Is there something to the fact they're 0-3 against them, counting preseason?
Yeah, I think it's just like the dominant guard play. Like, I really think that they just cause issues for the Nuggets because the Nuggets don't have a guy that can slow them down.
Yeah.
You putting Aaron Gordon on Shai, who's a really good defender, but he's not good against those shifty guys. And SGA gets to wherever he wants. He's aggressive. He's attacking downhill. And also, he knows how to get to the foul line. Then you have Giddey, who doesn't even push turbo on the Xbox. He just is just out there running the entire time. And he's just tall, but he also he sees the floor well, and he just knows what he wants. So they really don't see those guys. And then, there was no resistance at the rim, so it just made it a lot easier. But there's something to the fact that Oklahoma City does play up to the Nuggets because their guys are playing extremely hard. They didn't have a center in this game. And they're winning the rebound battle. They're getting to the paint. The points in the paint was incredible. Like, they really did do whatever they wanted inside of the paint, and they didn't have to shoot the 3-ball. So they have a group of guys that play hard the entire time, and maybe that's what goes into Malone benching his guys because it's one team playing with everything they got after a win streak, and then another team that comes in after a break that's not playing well, that's just out there lollygagging.
I'm so bummed because in the pregame, we mentioned how the Nuggets, they had all this time off in Oklahoma City, and they did a bunch of team bonding.
Was the 3 hours of pickleball too much?
Was it too much? Were they actually rested, or were they a little tired from intense pickleball?
Maybe they went to like one of those bars with like a crazy mechanical bull. You know what I mean? They all have sore inner thighs.
Was like Michael
Porter on there? Just like, wait, no.
Legit question: was Michael Malone really the only one truly rested for this game because he slept through Spider-Man?
That might be. It could be.
I have questions.
I mean, I do have some questions as well.
Oh, I hate this.
But here's what I hate is that I wanted this to be. I said in the pregame show, I wanted it to be a springboard. They did all this team bonding.
It could have been.
They did all this team bonding, and you think, okay, here's where they come out and play connected. Completely disconnected.
You said that, and I said this is a huge 3-game stretch with 3 very winnable games before the back-to-back against Golden State.
Dude, they didn't hang out together at all.
You think not at all?
They traveled, dude. Like if we spent so much time in summer league, I'd be like,
no way.
I'm gonna hang out in the room.
Do you think Jokic and Vlatko just whipped up on like Malone and Ryan Bowen in pickleball, and Malone just got pissed at him?
Some feelings got a little bit too hurt here. It's entirely possible. I want to talk about Jokic tonight, though. Maybe it's my fault, guys. I cursed him. I mentioned how he just doesn't have bad games anymore. Now he's had 2 this month.
Yeah.
This one actually surpasses it. Now he only plays 25 minutes. He goes 5 of 9. And I thought some of the problem tonight was that Denver wasn't really finding him a lot. Like, he started this game off extremely passive. He was out on the 3-point line. In fact, I think his only misses, no, he had 1 miss inside, but he had 1 for 4 from the 3-point line. He was playing a perimeter-oriented game. Then in the second quarter, when he came back in, he started to go inside for a minute, but then just didn't touch the ball very much. But I actually put this on him. He was just weirdly passive tonight in a way that we haven't seen in a while. And it was a game that in the pregame, we talked about there's nobody on that team that could guard him. He's huge. He's bigger than everybody. He just didn't use it tonight.
Yeah, usually with Jokic, especially when there's a mismatch, which pretty much everyone in the league is, but them not having a center, the first 4 plays usually goes to him to set the tone. This was a game that they did not set the tone. It was like they were just like, we're just going to go out here and play. But that's where you go away from the game plan. The game plan is to run through your best player, run through Jokic every single time. They didn't do that early, so when Oklahoma went on their run, because they blitzed them in the first quarter, then after that, it's like, okay, like smack in the face, let's try to wake up. You're not going to wake up like that against these teams in the league, especially a team that's like moving in the right direction. So you do have to put it on Jokic to not just start out aggressive early on, because at that point, everyone else is just looking around about what do they do, and then you see a lot of ISO baskets because that's not what the offense is. So if you're not running the Jokic offense, what are you doing out there? And we saw that tonight.
Man, I am so disillusioned right now. Like, this is just so brutal. Like, it's exactly as you say. You just sit for the time that they're off and you imagine what it will look like when your beloved Nuggets return to the floor and they lead you to victory.
Are you kidding? Glorious.
You watch Jokic, the MVP of the league, power his team to a win with a flag in his hand the whole time. And then they just come out and they're like, I don't know. They're like, whatever. And you're like, what are we doing? Why is my life structured around you? And you don't care.
Yeah. Are you disappointed in Jokic tonight?
Absolutely. And I agree with what Dev said. He never really established himself early in the game, and Denver didn't do its part in establishing him. They didn't really run much through him. I tweeted this out in, I think it was the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter. Like, how many poster paint touches does Nikola Jokic had? Because up until that point, it was like 1. And then as soon as I tweeted that out, he got like 3 post-ups in a row, and Denver scored on 3 straight possessions. Like, they could have done that the whole game, but they didn't start the game with that mindset. They didn't have that mindset to start the third quarter. It was just like he was another guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he was the best player in the NBA. It seems so simple to us, but it wasn't.
A weird one, man. Like, just a weird one from Yo. I mean, he can't be bad. I tweeted this one out, too, that he led all scorers tonight with 13 points.
Which is so sad.
I mean, he played a terrible game, and yet he still led everybody in scoring. Just truly ridiculous. Should we take let's take our first break right now. On the other side.
Should we like a 2 or 3 day break?
On the other side.
5-day break?
It brings me no joy to bring this up, but we got to talk Will Barton, guys.
Oh, no.
We got to talk Will Barton because he's scaring me. I'm worried.
The Mile High City Copper Lager from Breckenridge Brewery. Make sure to pick some up this week.
Can we pick some up right now?
It definitely makes these losses a little easier to stomach.
Look at the keg, by the way, we have. This little Christmas
do
keg.
Like a little mini keg stand.
Yeah, a little mini keg stand. That would be incredible.
Who's getting lifted?
Yeah, you do, of course.
Look at these beautiful little kegs.
Yeah.
Where can you get these little kegs? Do we know?
You get them at grocery stores. You'll see them stacked. They're very festive.
It's not even a pony keg. That's more of like a miniature horse keg.
That's like a personal keg, is what that is.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think you could drink that whole thing? There's no way that you could drink.
In my prime, I could.
This
is a My Little Pony.
In my
keg.
prime, I could
In
take
your
that
prime,
down.
you could not drink. How many? All right, you keep reading.
Okay.
You can
Just
pick up
FYI,
the Mile
tonight,
High City
Adam will-
Copper Lager from your
Adam
local
is
liquor
Will
store
Hayes
or your
Harrison liquor store.
local grocery store. You can also pick up these personal kegs from your local grocery store as well, from Breckenridge Brewery. I can't wait to get home so I can sleep on my snooze flip mattress because I need to get a good night of sleep after this game. The snooze flip is the most universal mattress on the planet. You can customize it to fit the sleep experience that you need. One side is soft, one side is firm. You can flip it to the side that fits your body best. The cover, it's also reversible with one side up to 5 degrees.
How many beers you think you can drink in one setting?
In my prime?
In your prime.
Where do you?
How many cans of beer?
But measure
20.
it in Wade Boggs.
20 beers? There's no way. Here's what happens in college people here. They're like, I drink 30 beers last night, and really they drink like 8, and then they just start dropping beers, and they open one and set it down and forget. They open another one, they're like, I drink 30 beers today.
How many beers are in that?
17 beers in there.
That's easy. That would be easy.
I actually think my boy Harrison has that.
That's easy.
No way. 17 beers, Mike.
do it.
I'll do it later this season.
How many hours do you get for this drinking challenge?
As many hours as you
A
need.
night? You get a night?
So we'll say 10 hours. Like, are we giving you 10 hours? Is that too much?
Yeah, easy.
5 hours?
There's no way that somebody drinks half of that and they're like, I'll get back in on it later. Like, if you go
Right.
in on that and you don't finish it, you're
can't
never
drink
drinking it again.
17 beers.
Absolutely. Not even that tough.
I love this about Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible.
Snoozesleep.com. Use code DNVR. Get $250 off your mattress. Get $250 off your adjustable base as well. Again, snoozesleep.com. Use code DNVR. $250 off your mattress. $250 off your adjustable base.
I want the chat did not chime in on whether or not they believe you could drink.
Can
really
I drink
curious.
17 beers?
17 beers? Can Harrison drink 17 beers?
I'm
There's
going to
no
say-
way.
I
man.
know 100% I can. So
I know. Harrison,
10 hours is a
100%
lot.
you do.
10 hours, like, you could, in theory, take a nap and, wake up and then drink, like,
17 beers in one night.
Yeah, I think
That's
Harrison could do it.
I've been building my tolerance back up, as you know.
I
and
also think Eric could do it.
Yeah. I've been hitting the BLTs in a way that makes me. You know how Joey Chestnut practices for the hot dog eating contest by eating a bunch of lettuce, a bunch of cabbage.
Is that really what he does?
Stretch out your stomach.
Stretch out the stomach. I've been taking a lot of Bud Light towers down.
Wow.
So I think I'm ready for
You've
the
been
Breckenridge
training for
Keg.
this moment the whole season.
I'm ready, dude. I'm like Rocky over here.
This is
We
ridiculous.
should
Punching
try to do
sides
this
of meat.
challenge like soon.
Yeah, I'm down.
That's how Harrison dies.
Next game?
It's like really sad.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Thursday. All right, right for Christmas.
That's good.
All right, I'm glad we all got a little giggle out. We all had a little laugh.
Back to misery
because
town?
we got to go back to misery, guys. We're diving back into purgatory. I am concerned about Willie B. Buckets. Willie B. Buckets not getting buckets lately.
Will he be back?
Will he be back? I mean, look, Will Barton had arguably the best 10-game stretch of his career to open the season. He looked healthy. He looked spry. He fit. He was passing the ball. He was shooting the ball. He was doing everything. He had another 4 or 5 games after that where it was like, he looks a little tired. Let's just see what happens. He is going in the wrong direction. He's going, and I don't think, like, this game is not about any one player. Like, Yoke was terrible tonight, guys. If Yoke's bad, everybody, whatever. But it certainly doesn't help my confidence level in Barton right now. Off of the blocks, like, there was a play tonight where he gave up a corner 3. He stunts over, has to turn around and run to the corner. And I swear to God, it looked like he was in slow motion. He just can't move right now. And I just, I'm concerned because to me, they would rest him if they felt like there was a path towards him looking better. I almost feel like the fact that they're not resting him right now makes me think they're like, yeah, this is what we got.
Yeah, Willie B. Barton, and the B is for very bad right now.
Very bad.
He is for broken.
Willie
Broken.
VB Barton.
It might be. It might be for broken. man.
He's not looking good. Like he's out of rhythm. I think that's really much of what it is he's out of rhythm, and they're trying to force him to be into rhythm. You can see those flashes where he makes the right pass, but a lot of times he's lost on defense. He's taken. He's just going after things he has no chance at getting at, and it puts the whole defense like out of position. And then also with him just shooting, he's going back to like the bad shots to try to get himself out of the rhythm, and that's just not what you can do right now. He's not knocking down open shots. He's not finishing around traffic. He's not doing anything well right now. And like you said, the fact that they're not benching him lets you know he's not hurt. He's getting time off. Like they just
or
got
he's
5
hurt,
days.
and it's just like, yeah, what would time off do? Nothing.
Yeah,
like there's something wrong.
So then now you're punishing yourself at that point. So he has to be benched if you want to teach lessons. Malone was about teaching lessons. If you're going to teach lessons, either you say you're hurt so we can't play you, or you're playing so bad that you're going to have to go back to the bench until you get it together. Because right now he hasn't looked well in a while. Since he's got back, he hasn't had a good game.
The play that summed up Barton's night was when he just let that rebound almost go out of bounds.
Just watched it.
And then the Thunder grabbed it, and Lou Dort hit a kind of early dagger 3 for the starters.
That was the play. That was the play. You're right. It was the defining play. Can I ask you something, though?
Yeah.
You know what that play reminds me of? It reminds me of the game Michael Porter Jr., his last game. Remember the first play of the game? The ball went out of bounds, and it went right by him, and he just didn't go for it. And Jokic is like, what the hell, man? And now in hindsight, we know he didn't go after it because probably every movement hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Identical to that play.
And also that miss, that dunk that Barton had. He tried to go up and throw it in.
Yeah, the
and
oop.
He missed. It was it was an oop that just went astray. And it looked like he was hurt. It looked like the Michael Porter Jr. play, really.
Yeah,
that looked like me every oop ever. I swear to God, every oop ever was just like that. Never goes in.
It's just kind of confusing, though, because, Barton, especially over the last, week since he's come back from that non-COVID illness, that's really when he hasn't looked bad. He had some decent games right before that, to be honest, but these last 3 games he's been awful. And it's not like Denver's playing back-to-backs. It's not like he's playing 30-plus minutes a night over these last few games. They just had 5 days off, for crying out loud. It's not like he's tired. Yeah. So that's actually why it's even more concerning.
Man, we've hit the part of the season of being in purgatory where we've hit self-flagellation. We're punishing ourselves. We're just giving ourselves pain so that we know that we can feel.
That's true. So we know that we can feel indeed.
So we know we're alive.
I don't feel alive, though.
I don't feel alive either. It's not working.
Yeah, I mean, these are Barnes' last 3 games. 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3 against Minnesota. 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3 against Atlanta. And tonight, 3 of 11, 1 of 5 from 3.
Wow.
3 of, honestly, his worst shooting nights of the year, these last 3 games.
Well, Ryan Blackburn just put this out. It's his 3rd straight game scoring in single digits. He only has 2 other instances all season. I mean, look, the biggest thing is, they just had 5 days off. They just had an extended break. And here's what's tough is, I mean, I don't know. I love Davon Reed with that starting lineup, but everybody knows this. I love Barton with the starters when he's healthy. But he's clearly not that right now. So this is not a this is not a Barton's a selfish player. It's just I worry he just can't move right now. And we know that Aaron Gordon was going to sit out the Nets game anyway because of back tightness. He was getting torched tonight by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Shai's great. He's a really tough cover, but is Aaron Gordon as bad as we saw tonight? So I worry that that's what we're actually seeing tonight. Is we're seeing a team that not just didn't have the fight, but maybe they didn't have the fight because they're just not. They don't have the physical ability at the moment. I'm a little concerned about it.
Oh, man.
That'd be very concerning after 5 days off where your only physical activity was pickleball.
It's a war of attrition.
That'd be
that
concerning.
We are losing.
Yeah.
We are losing the war of attrition.
Yeah. Well, this is quite the bummer. Let's go over Monte Morris tonight. I feel like he's a sneaky litmus test for the Nuggets. I mean, Jokic always has to play well. He plays poorly. Monte can't save the team. But he's had some good games. When Denver looks like they're humming, Monte usually looks good. And when they look like they're struggling, he looks bad. Tonight, he was only 3 of 5 plays, 25 minutes, only gets 5 shots up. 5 assists, 10 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. He just was a quiet player as well tonight.
I think he looks best when they know what the offense is, where he's getting to set up Jokic and then make smart cuts or get to his spots. This was a game where I feel like everyone was ISOing because they did not go through Jokic early on, or they didn't know how he was going to be, so they were just kind of sitting back and waiting. Monte is improved scorer and also an offensive guy this year, so he was able to score the ball, but he also was just never in his spots. He never got to his rhythm because it was just off for everyone. So this was a game where I can't say he played well, but he also didn't play bad. He was just out there and they were getting blitz. They were just getting blown out. So he just was out there, and that's where the minus 14 comes from in this game.
No
but this was just a regular game for him. I really don't think that it was a bad game.
And plus, everybody got into that. This happened in the Minnesota game too. They got into a place where they were down, and they just were relying on the 3-ball to try and get them back in, and no one could hit shots.
Right.
No one could hit shots. They had scored 18 points at the end of the first quarter.
A lot of packing the paint, daring to shoot, and then knowing you can contest with all of your length. And OKC had a lot of length tonight. I mean, it was a very disrupted Nuggets offense.
Yeah. It's tough to single out MONTE because every starter was just a disaster on the offensive end pretty much.
If we single guys out, honestly, it's Jokic and Barton tonight. With Gordon third defensively, I'd single him out. But I'm not singling him out. Just mentioning he was not like... we compared Jamal Murray or something, or just talk about this. It's like, okay, there's another punch you have. MONTE didn't have any punch.
The perimeter defense from Denver's guards, though, was just awful tonight.
Yeah, it really was.
SGA killed him. Josh Giddey killed him. Lou Dort killed him.
What was the points in the paint? Let me find it here.
It was a lot to a little.
That's where they won.
62 points in the paint.
That's New Orleans Pelican Zion Williamson-esque on Christmas Day.
They 62-36. They won the points in the paint battle.
Yeah.
My God.
And it's just like we were talking about this a little earlier, but it's kind of the same makeup of player that kills them a lot. You know, the SGAs, the De'Aaron Foxes. Remember when Ish Smith killed them a couple years back? It's because he can get by his guy into the paint, and make stuff happen. And Denver's perimeter defense was really, really bad tonight.
You guys want another guy that's like high on the list? We're going into the 7th layer of purgatory here. Do you know another guy that's really concerning? Zeke NNAJI tonight, 9 minutes. Let me give you his stat line. 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks.
Wow.
0 turnovers, 0 fouls.
-8.
In 9 minutes. And honestly, man, it was a loud 0 across the board because we were talking tonight about, I don't think Zeke's a dog. You know what I mean? Like, some guys are more dog than others, but I feel like there's a baseline of like, does that guy fight? And he just, there was a rebound tonight. Who was it? Him versus Kenrich Williams. And it was just like one-on-one. Who's going to get this rebound? And Kenrich Williams out boxed him out.
Interesting.
It was the wildest thing.
Yeah.
No, your boy. First of all, it's your boy. It's everybody. I've read all these like trade articles from
everybody wants Kenrich Williams.
Every single team in the is like, we get Kenrich Williams.
Spoiler alert: the Nuggets probably don't have enough to get him.
The price on him is like, I see some of these like, what would it realistically take? And it's like a 1st-round pick plus a
first-round pick and a good young player.
Yeah, it's like, what for Kenrich Williams? I like the guy, man, but he's like Davon Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Zeke gets into the game, honestly, his first shot attempt gets blocked every single time.
It's so true.
And it sets the tone for the entire game. Like, and it's an incredible pass. Someone, Facu or Jokic or somebody will find him for a really good pass where he's by himself here. He'll just go up and it gets blocked off the rim. Then he falls to the ground. And then it's rinse and repeat, like every single time. And then he can't find a zone. He can't find himself anymore after that. This was a cross-country game where he's just running up and down the floor. Like, what are you doing out there?
A lot of good cardio in tonight's game.
And you can't have that from a guy that, you know, he's your first-round pick. You know, like, you want to believe in him. You want to give him his chances. This is his 2nd year, and he's already showed you he's been good. And now you go to him with a damaged second unit, and he's not giving you anything on offense or defense. So when you have so many guys, like we name a lot of people, there's so many guys that are giving you nothing that it's just like, yeah, Jokic is going to have those type of nights.
Right.
One of the issues with Zeke, like you were saying, is that he's so dependent on others to set him up and to play off of. He like when the Nuggets play bad, he's probably going to play bad. When the Nuggets play good, he might have a good game because he is just really reliant on others to set him up and to, you know, make stuff happen for him. So it wasn't surprising to me that he played really bad tonight. Then Denver as a team played really bad.
I love Dev's theory here about he always gets his first attempt blocked, because tonight he took it up soft right away, like inside in traffic, and got blocked. And it's like, all right, you got to take it up stronger, Zeke. Next time, a couple minutes later, comes in, takes it up strong, gets blocked again. Like it's like maybe you just shouldn't take it up.
Just shoot threes, would you please?
He doesn't elevate very high. Yeah, just shoot set threes and
right. Like that's for NNAJI. Every time we've seen his game fall apart, it's when he starts to try and add interior moves and like put the ball on the floor, try to drive the rim. Like every time he's had like a really good game, it's that he got hot from behind the arc.
Yeah,
and he only got hot because the Nuggets offense was healthy. Yeah. You know, if Denver's offense is all out of whack, it's going to look like Summer League Zeke, where he just looks out of place.
He was replaced in this game, though, by one VLATKO CANCAR, and it was during the moment when they made a run here. Go ahead, Dev.
It's just something to the fact that you need someone that's going to be aggressive or play hard. We've seen those moments with Zeke where there was the dunk. Why is he not trying to attack the paint in those type of ways? Even JaMychal Green is trying to attack the paint where he's either going to get fouled or he's going to hit somebody. Zeke's like finesse when he's trying to dunk the ball, and those guys, especially on the Oklahoma Thunder, they're trying to block it. They're going to go up and try to get it. So for him to just be so soft, it just makes it hard for him to be the guy that's always around the rim. Like, if you're going to be soft, then just shoot jumpers.
Right. Maybe it's funny that he gets compared sometimes to Channing Tatum, Zeke, that is, because it's like, yeah, that's a guy that didn't like to go inside. He really was just a...
No.
Wait. What is
Channing Frye.
Channing Frye. Sorry, Channing Tatum.
I was like in Magic Mike.
In 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, that is a guy that doesn't like to
Josh
go in.
Giddey gets compared
I was thinking
to
about it.
Channing
I was like, I just don't see that comparison.
People say that all the time. He does. He kind of reminds me of Channing Tatum now that you say it.
I can't see it.
Woo. VLATKO CANCAR, Eric, do you want to see him? I mean, I'm a VLATKO guy.
I'm a VLATKO guy too. Like, this is the thing that's like so disheartening for me over the last like several games when the Nuggets have had the wheels fall off and they've just gone to the bench. We're like, what can you guys do? And VLATKO's been fine. He's been
of course, yeah.
But he's not. But he misses so many bunnies.
Yeah.
He misses so many shots where you're like, dude, don't be fine. Be good. Like, this is your shot. Like, be good. Like,
I think we're going to see more
it.
of VLATKO. Malone's kind of been hinting for a couple days that it seems like he wants to play him a little more.
Except for he wasn't in the rotation tonight till the wheels were off. So I don't know. I just look. We did this with Zeke. Like, get Zeke, give him a chance, and he had a couple good games. And then it kind of, petered out. Then VLATKO, now maybe it's his chance. Maybe he's up.
Maybe.
And sadly, it would come at the expense.
You know
of
whose chance it again was tonight, though? JaMychal Green.
It was.
It was again his chance tonight.
Oh my God, he was terrible.
He is terrible, but he was terrible, but like
he got rebounds.
But he was like the 8th least terrible player today.
I don't even know if that's true. He was awful.
He was not good. Bones Hyland, by the way, rolled an ankle in this game, so he had I thought he got off to a decent start. I was like, okay, Bones gonna be right. He rolls an ankle. I'm concerned now that
he's Steph Curry.
Well, he's probably going to be out tomorrow.
I'm just concerned because this is now, I believe, the 3rd injury that he's actually had this season, and that was always anytime you get a skinny player, the fear is like, can they handle an 82-game season, this or that? And the COVID thing, like, that doesn't count. But the left ankle, right ankle, now right ankle again. It's like that's 3 times, man. That's 3 times.
It's concerning for sure. And look, Denver absolutely needs him. He's the Nuggets' most dangerous player off the bench, and it's not even close.
You could make an argument he's like a top 5 most important player because after you get through the actual keys to this team, Jokic and Gordon, then you get to like they need that bench just needs the guy that can score, and he's the guy. So, although net rating did pretty well without him in the second half, so
This is any like inference about the game or the team in general should be pulled from this game. Like, we know the Nugget starters are the worst to ever lace them up. We know that because we watched this game.
That. Yep.
The bench is great. Jokic is not that good. We should pull a lot of like big theories.
It just sucks. Game. I hate to go back to this, but Jokic became the 6th Nuggets player ever to score 9,000 points.
Oh man, you're right.
In franchise history, and
6th or 5th?
Wait, tonight?
I thought it was 5th. Yeah, tonight.
And he ended the game on the bench.
I think it's
in a winnable game.
I think it's the 5th because it's Alex English, David Thompson, Dan Issel, Carmelo Anthony. Nuggets royalty. Now Nikola Jokic. Like if you said like name the most important Nuggets in history, that's them. Yeah. That's the list. It's a big drop off after that. So you're right.
Yeah,
that was a milestone
because you forgot about Ralph Simpson.
Ralph Simpson has
10,000 points.
Wow. How many of those were for the Rockets?
That's a good question.
That's an interesting one. I don't want to discount it. I'm not trying to take away from it, but I'm pretty surprised by Ralph Simpson.
Baskets. What the hell? Still made baskets.
They were mostly for the Rockets. But, I mean, he's on the leaderboard. I don't know if you count him or not.
I mean, like, I'm cool with the ABA, but the NBL is like, I don't know. Like, if we go back too far, it's like, I don't know how much we can.
So he's either the 5th or 6th Nuggets/Rockets player.
I just need to get up. I just
score 9,000
I shouldn't say anything. I don't know enough about Ralph Simpson's career in Denver to really discount it. I'll have to go back and look at my Denver Rockets history. All right, let's take a break. On the other side, Brendan Vogt just got done talking to Michael Malone about why he went full Hoosiers tonight. Can't wait to hear what he had to say.
Lightshade Dispensary, guys, the presenting sponsor of this show.
Let's go.
And shop online, or you can visit a Lightshade location near you. And when you do, use code DNVR. You're going to save 25% off your entire purchase. That's a great deal. Use code DNVR. Get 25% off your entire purchase. That's at any Lightshade location. There are a bunch of them in the Denver area, 10 of them to be exact, soon to be 11. And it's Colorado's premier dispensary. Like I said, go to lightshade.com, visit a location. They're the highest awarded topical brand in Colorado. Lightshade prioritizes quality and consistency, the absolute best you can get. So shop online or visit a Lightshade location near you. Use code DNVR for 25% off each purchase. That's at lightshade.com or in person. And this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, guys, hopefully you had a better night on DraftKings than us. Hopefully you had a better night than us.
This was a rough one, man.
It's Christmas, obviously, this week. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. They've got a gift that will certainly put you in the holiday spirit. New customers can bet just $5 on any NBA team to win. And if they win, you win $150 in free bets. It's a great way to put some extra jingle in your pocket. All DraftKings Sportsbook customers, not just new users, all customers can get in on the Christmas spirit with a free holiday free bet surprise from DraftKings Sportsbook. I think those go up from like $10 to $50. So
I went over tonight.
You can get in on that even if you're an existing user. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code DNVR. Bet just $5 on any NBA team. Win $150 in free bets if that team wins. That's promo code DNVR this Christmas week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
8 straight losses for me. I just looked at DraftKings. Going back to the Broncos game. That Broncos game, had that one way wrong. Thought the Broncos were going to score points.
DraftKings should check that algorithm. They owe you a $50 gift.
They do. I only got the $10 gift. I should have lost a $50 bet tonight.
I'm going to throw a DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week out there, too.
Oh, give me a pick of the week.
I'm taking the Nuggets tomorrow.
Yeah, so inspired.
-3 over the Charlotte Hornets.
All
I mean, come on. Michael Malone sent the message. He taught the lesson. The message is going to be received. The lesson is going to be learned. Okay. And the Nuggets are going to win by 3 points or more tomorrow.
All right, well, Vogt's here. But before we get to what Michael Malone and the players had to say, we have one super chat. Let's hit the super chat here real quick. We got a couple super chats. There we go. Sending us to Serbia here. David says, big picture concern. Denver desperately needs a true point of attack defender. AG is a great star wing stopper, but the top of the West is full of star guards. Look, man, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It's my biggest concern.
They lost PJ Dozier. Yeah. They lost Gary Harris last season. Aaron Gordon's good, but you need another guy, it feels like.
You want to know who I think agrees with you? The Denver Nuggets. I think they keep mentioning that's what they are looking for is a wing defender. So they need Aaron Gordon of the wing. There's no question about it. Is Gary Harris that guy? We don't know. We'll find out.
Are you going to me now?
Nope. We have one more. I just was looking for affirmation on my. It was Gary Harris the guy. is kind of a Troy Bolton.
Yeah, that's a High School Musical reference.
Who's Troy
He's
Bolton?
correct.
Zac Efron, right?
Yeah, it's Zac Efron. High School Musical. Come on, Win. Study up.
Yeah, man. That's
Grow up.
dude. That's so
My
true.
bad. My bad.
Brandon says Bones needs to call Steph Curry and get advice on how to cure the ankle injury bug. The story with Steph on his ankles is actually pretty remarkable. Like it was
He had surgery at one point.
Surgery, but also like a programmed that like he took that extremely seriously. This wasn't like a hey, we need to get in the weight room and do some, lunges. He completely focused his training and life around that, and guess what? It's worked out for him.
I mean, it was like that can be a career-threatening thing for guys like that. Not like that they'll never play again, but playing at their top level.
No, it is and for most players, if you don't take it seriously, it actually can. I mean, look, Grant Hill. I always tell people this. Grant Hill very well could have been the connective thread between like Magic Johnson and LeBron James, because Michael Jordan is the mold. He came in and it was like, is that the way to play? And I always say that Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, Tracy McGrady came in and like kind of were extensions of that, but all of those guys had their careers cut short by very unfortunate injuries, and I feel like it almost changed the perspective of how people view the game. Anyway, Grant Hill, ankle injury that just completely derailed him. So
yeah. Blame the shoes, some people say.
Some people do
the
say.
New Balances.
Okay, Michael Malone, less than thrilled tonight. I really applaud the effort by our bench. Those guys competed and played hard, and that's all I really care about. Wins and losses matter. I understand that. It's a results-driven business. But as a coach, what I really care about is when you compete and play the right way. We didn't have that as starters. We did as a bench. More on the bench, the first thing I just liked is their competitive spirit. They played like they want to be here. When in doubt, I'm going to play guys who just want to go out and play hard, who are going to compete. Look, it's not going to surprise anyone, right? You guys know what Malone's rationale is going to be. He felt like the bench deserved that opportunity to close the game out, and the starters did not.
You could actually argue that Malone did the bench a disservice by leaving them in that long. They were gassed by the end of the game.
Also, deserve got nothing to do with it.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Snoop,
I mean, we're sort of in pick-up win season, but... whatever. I mean, look.
Yeah,
that was his choice.
Here's the thing I will say about this whole debate. It's exactly straight out of the Broncos playbook of like Teddy or Locke. Well, both were going to lose.
That's the thing. I mean, like,
you bring the starters back, they were going to lose too, probably.
I mean,
maybe
just
Jokic.
They
were down 10 with 5 minutes.
I know,
I'm
Barton
with
and
you.
Aaron Gordon and Monte Morris were bad tonight.
As was Jokic. Like they were all.
As was Jokic.
And
you didn't have to bring back all the starters.
That's true. Honestly, if
just maybe the best player in the NBA.
I'd like to move my position to they should have brought Jokic back.
Maybe Aaron Gordon.
That's how I feel. Yeah,
just bring Jokic back. Let him play with Devon Reed and Facu.
On the notion that the starters had too much time off, Malone said, well, our bench had 4 days off too. I'm just looking for guys who want to be here, who want to play. And about the starters, by the way, he said it was everybody. It wasn't just one guy.
He's right.
He's everybody.
100% right.
Bones,
hold on. Is that it from Michael Malone?
I mean, yeah, more or less.
Well, so did he say anything about bringing him back, or was that what he was responding to?
No, that's what he was talking about. Yeah, he said he just felt like the bench deserved that opportunity, and the starters didn't. That's his rationale, that they had earned it. And that he wants to play guys that want to play. On Bones, he said they're going to do everything they can on the plane to try to have him available and ready to go tomorrow.
Why?
He's a difference maker for us. Hopefully he's ready to go.
Last thing I would do is play him tomorrow.
Well, no, because you're in Chase wins mode unless you're teaching him.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked to Vlatko Chanchard tonight. Vlatko on the benches run, he said, we didn't give up. The guys who got a chance to play, we took advantage of every minute. And he said that the starters made for a great bench in terms of standing up and cheering and talking and inspiring them, even though they didn't play good. He said he doesn't have any doubts about the bench unit ever playing hard, and he thinks today is proof of that. The interesting thread from Vlatko is he talked a lot about the lack of practice at the NBA. And with regards to a bench unit that's been in flux a lot, he says the biggest problem is we don't practice. And he was talking about that in the league. He goes, with a lot of talk and a lot of film, we might be on the right track. And there's small details that with a little bit of practice, we'd be on point. But in the NBA, it's just a game, a day off, a game, a day off. And so little of it is actually spent practicing. Which I have to say, when I first started doing this for a living, I was surprised by that as well. And I know some of it in recent years has been compressed schedules and stuff, but it's not like it's not, I don't know. There is maybe sometimes less practice than you'd think, but that was just an interesting note from Vlatko. When discussing that he was allegedly going to start, Mike Singer was asking him that question. Vlatko laughed out loud. I just wanted to note that. I don't.
Okay. No, he didn't
Singer was like, "So I heard you were going to start," and Vlatko laughed out loud. Take of that what you will, but he said, "I don't know, honestly. I'm just happy whenever my name gets called to play. I'm doing a lot of work and I'm staying ready." Austin Rivers on what went well for the bench.
And he's getting a lot of podium games lately.
Played hard.
Austin Rivers played well tonight.
We played hard. We did what we were supposed to do. On going to the ref to have those two fans kicked out, Rivers said he didn't want to get into it, and then he got into it. That was the whole availability. They were just talking about my family the whole night. You got little punks who sit courtside. I don't know what it is. Just clowns being clowns, talking to you the way that they wouldn't talk to you on the street. Someone followed up and he said, "Do you think fans are getting too loose?" Do you guys remember that great debate? Thankfully, Rivers shut that down. He said,
"Thank freaking God."
He said, "Nah, man, they're fine. They're fine."
Thank God. Great. Austin, you saved that whole thing. I was about to be so
I was
annoyed.
really annoyed, and then he caught himself. He said, "Look, this was just because they were talking about my family. You can talk trash about me. That's fine if I'm playing poorly, but not my family." He also said he didn't want to give off this. He didn't want to portray himself as some kind of tough guy. But the reality is most of these dudes wouldn't be saying anything if they saw him on the street. Back to the basketball. I think we, the bench, were just playing hard, moving the ball. We just got to keep playing hard. I've been coming off the bench for a while now in my NBA career. It's not the same thing as starting. Nothing easy is going to come your way off the bench. And I'm now into paraphrase territory. You've got these smaller windows to take advantage of opportunities. So the key is to be playing hard at all times. And if they keep up that energy, good things will happen for them. On the notion that there was too much time off, Rivers said, "I don't know, but it was weird. It was a weird energy coming into tonight. But we've got to get used to it. Basically talking about the precarious nature of the NBA right now and just sort of how, I guess, different the vibe's going to be night to night." And then he said also, you got to tip your hat to OKC. They did play well. You can't always look at a team's record. Finally, on Adam Silver's comments about not suspending the league, Rivers said, "Yes, I was surprised." On a follow-up comment, what about it surprised you? Rivers says, "I mean, look what's going on. Guys are fucking dropping like flies right now. But I'll just focus on what I control, and that's playing basketball. And I love doing that, so I'm not complaining." That's it.
That's it.
The rust thing is funny to me. 5 days off, yeah, it seems weird. It felt weird. If the Nuggets came out and played well tonight, we'd be saying, "Oh, of course they played well. They had 5 days off."
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a built-in narrative. You can take that either
Well,
direction.
no, I will say, I feel like in the Jokic era, more than 2 days off has not been good.
Yeah.
Sure. I also think, I do also just...
No rest, good.
I always wonder,
rest,
I think
bad.
we always think in our bubbles that these types of wins or losses shape a team and their identity. And I just wonder how many there would be. If the league at whole, right? If we were in our Lakers bubble or our Thunder bubble, or even the Warriors probably have a couple losses that their fans this year are "Oh, what is that?" So this loss is horrible. I'm not trying to make an excuse for it, but just in terms of us trying to decipher, well, they usually respond this way on back-to-back. So rest helps them. But I don't know, man. I just think it's all a crapshoot, and it's a long season, and sometimes you get some weird results.
This is why, the NBA is not your rec league or your pickup league. Where
exactly.
Your rec league, 10 teams, 7 of them you beat every time. You got 2 that are 50-50. The one team that kind of beats you every time, and you're whatever. That's not the NBA. You never lose to the scrub team in your rec league that you always win by 50. And some nights you're we just didn't have it tonight, guys.
The shots just didn't go in.
The shots just didn't fall for us tonight. We lost to the teachers.
They get closer, but you find a way to close them out every single
And
time.
win by so it's not that way. All right, we got anything else there?
I think I saw
here?
another super chat come in.
What do we got here? It comes from Brandon. He says, predicting big Jokic game tomorrow night. How do I go about buying a round of rocket shots for the fellas to celebrate tomorrow night? I think you just did.
Yeah, you just did.
I think you did.
We'll take it. I'll make a note of it right
load
here.
them up. Make a note. Tomorrow night, little Christmas racket for us.
Works for me.
Thank you,
Works
Brandon.
for me as well. Cue that outro music there. You hear Any parting thoughts here? Oh, around the association. That's right. I almost let us out of here. We got to go around the association. Oh,
And
we do have King of the Game, guys. King of the Game.
Fine, it was Josh
Drum
Giddey.
roll, please.
Our DraftKings King of the Game.
DraftKings King of the Game, and it goes to the friends we made along the way.
Those two.
The friends we made along the way. That's true.
Thanks for coming to see us.
Eric
Ruby
and Ruby. All right.
Shout out Eric and
Shouts. They came to the bar. Actually, I had a lot of people. I had people from out of state today coming into the bar. Ugly sweaters and all, and had a miserable time. They'll never be back. Can't wait.
Thanks for making the trip.
No memories were made. All right, around the association. Let's go quickly here,
Dude,
guys.
let's go around the A.
Love it. A little ATA here. The Magic dominated the Zombie Hawks, who are missing everybody's. Cam Reddish, leading scorer tonight, 34 points. What's wrong?
Give me the
You're fixing it.
give me the Robin Lopez line. He's been balling.
10 points.
Let's go.
5 rebounds.
Let's go.
11 assists.
Wow.
RJ Hampton.
Did you say 11 assists?
Wait, did I get that wrong?
No, that's
Dude,
right.
right. 11 assists. Yeah.
For Robin Lopez?
Dude,
you
he
just brushed right over that. Like it's
you're right. I
routine.
did brush right over that.
He got 6 assists in the fourth quarter, which is the most by a center in the fourth quarter in like 25 years.
Holy shit.
Yoke's
Yo,
never got
step up,
6
dude.
assists in the fourth
That's
quarter.
crazy.
Dude,
Because he's just scoring it.
that's insane, man. That's absolutely insane.
Cam Reddish actually went for 34 points today.
Good lord.
Gary Harris,
He had 17 points tonight.
11 of 11 from the free throw line.
Streets are saying Gary is trending
This
up.
is the drunkest game of the night.
Guys, we got to get Gary back. Come on, let's go. Gary
Is
Harris,
he
we
the
gotta get him
perimeter
back.
defender that we need?
The Celtics beat the Cavs. That can't be right. That looks like something's
that's
wrong
annoying.
here. Let's take a look at our favorite part of the day.
Oh,
Jason
let's
Tatum.
go. 6 of 19 from the field like clockwork,
Wow.
baby.
18 points. I mean, they did win, and he was a game high plus 19.
No, but he wasn't that good. He wasn't. He shot 6 of 19 from the field.
I'm just saying he was a game high plus 19.
Well, that's because he was playing alongside some quality players in Jaylen Brown and Robert Williams. I would
This is
just
why.
say this.
This is why I don't want to see the Cavs on Christmas.
You would think that this segment would backfire because I literally say let's check the box score every night, but no, I'm always right. Jason Tatum,
Not
that good.
9 rebounds, 5 assists. He put up Jokic numbers tonight, sadly.
Jokic would
Rockets
never go 6 of 19.
It's true. He was 5 of 9. The Rockets lose to the Bucks tonight, 126-106. I don't really have any notes here. You guys got any notes?
The
from
Rockets
this one?
are bad. The Bucks are good.
Well, that
Did
is.
Giannis
thank
play?
you. He
Nope,
did not.
it was Holiday, 24 and 10.
Guys, DeMarcus Cousins, 18 and 8.
I don't like it, Wind.
18 and 8 for Boogie. I mean, come on, it was the Houston Rockets. The Bulls just got back, postponed. Because they play the Raptors tonight. Raptors have a
Immediately.
COVID outbreak.
Ugh.
Can you imagine like being in come back and then you're out again.
Arturis made 100 correct moves, and COVID's just like, screw you.
And the Clippers are up right now on the Sacramento Kings by 13 points.
Boo.
Boo. Nothing
Emmanuel
really to
Mudiay is
report here.
making his Sacramento Kings debut as we speak.
Oh my goodness.
In the
Did you
rotation.
just check in?
7 minutes. He's 0 of 2. He's got 2 assists though.
I saw an Emmanuel
7
Mudiay-
minutes and he's a -8. Wow.
I saw a Moutier highlight tape this morning. Deceivingly nice tape.
His high
Really?
school
Yeah.
mixtape?
No, in the NBA.
He has a good
He
mixtape.
had a good mixtape. Yeah. Wouldn't have guessed that.
Somebody with amazing
What-
editing abilities.
I'm trying to
made
think
that.
And
of
a lot of patience and
I
a
was trying
lot
to
of
think like
time.
what would be the highlight? Like the passing? Or
There's some nice passes.
That
yeah.
Boston first quarter.
There's a dunk in there.
That really lucky game winner he hit against Philly.
Fade away, post ups.
Moutier is the guy that like it's because he stopped talking to the media and being like kind of a dick at the end there because he was like he would just be a regular light-in or somebody where it's like we don't hate you almost kind of like
I don't hate Moutier.
I don't hate him either. I'm just saying that he
just
occupied a
sucked.
large part of your heart and then it was like he doesn't you moved on. It's not even a sad
Yeah.
move on. It's just like a thing.
Yeah.
I remember
Move on,
getting-
forget.
No, I remember because that was my first season covering the team, and I kept saying like, "Where is Moutier?" And you guys were like, "No, you're not. You don't get to talk to him. No one does."
Oh yeah. It's like
And I was like, "That seems like a poor choice for a guy who might bust out of the league." But
just decided
To each
not
his own.
to. Yeah, to
Yeah.
each his own. Anyway, he's back. He's back, baby. Joe Johnson also back tonight. Oh, who did he get picked up by?
Did you know his
Celtics.
nickname is ISO Joe?
I did,
Short
of course.
Are you
He played tonight, actually, didn't he?
is it true?
Did he play tonight? He did. He got 2 minutes. He got 2 points.
So he checked.
CJ
in.
Miles and Joe Johnson tonight.
I guarantee you that one basket was a mid-range jumper.
So I think Joe Johnson last played for the Celtics.
It was. Knew it.
19 years ago?
19 years ago? You excited to have Joe Johnson back in the league?
Absolutely. Of course I am. He's a
This
bucket.
is so predictable.
Would you Joe Johnson on the Nuggets?
He played how many minutes?
2.
And it was better than ZEKE tonight.
Oh, he did.
I can't believe we glossed over this, guys. Lance Stevenson made his Atlanta Hawks debut.
Oh, we did. Man.
1 point, 8 rebounds, 5 assists in 23 minutes, a plus 12 off the bench.
Very Davon Reed-esque from Lance Stevenson.
Wow, look at that stat line, man.
Wow.
0 of 4 shooting, but 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
Wow.
Plus 12. A game high plus
He's probably
12.
going to be starting next game.
I can't believe the NBA right now. What are we talking about?
Bringing back all the
CJ
old
Miles,
guys.
Lance Stevenson?
CJ Miles was like, that guy's still alive?
Yeah, Terry Weatherspoon.
Why
Louis
not?
Louis Scola for sure. I would. He
He's
would
in
fit
game
on
shape.
this. He's probably in game shape, man.
Looks great.
That guy is he's a good looking dude.
He aged really
He
well.
aged like
surprisingly
the best of.
well.
He's actually
Yeah.
more
He's more
attractive now
attractive.
than he
I
was
agree.
20 years ago.
The Magic
There's your male
played
form
somebody
corner.
tonight that I legit did not even know existed.
Who?
Aleem Ford.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's tough.
that's tough.
That's tough.
A Ford on the bench for the Magic. 22 minutes tonight.
Admiral Schofield, how'd he do tonight?
Where did this
8
guy come
points,
from?
3 of
They
3 shooting.
won. Like, they won. This is the less banged up roster.
I can't believe the Hawks are down bad, guys.
I
They're
know,
definitely
man.
a bottom 5 teams right this year so far.
What a weird year, man.
All right. That does it for today. Thanks for hanging
thank
out with
God.
us, guys. What? Yeah, here we got another one. All right, Brandon says.
No, we did this one already.
Yeah, we already did that. Dude, come on.
Come on, Yahir.
Yahir.
You're good,
come
but you're
on,
no Kale.
man.
You're no super producer.
Oh my goodness, Yahir. Thanks for riding
you'll
with
get
us, guys.
there.
Hit
One
that
day.
like button. Hopefully, you feel slightly better than you did an hour ago. Maybe not.
We'll try again
Probably
tomorrow.
not. We'll try
you
again
know?
tomorrow. Later.